Winstead. I'm sales manager for Northwest Pianos here in Bellevue, Washington. Today I want to talk a little bit about the Hailun H1P. Hailun, first of all, is a fairly new piano company as far as piano companies go, because they go back hundreds of years. They're owned by Fan Hailun Chan. They've been around over 30 years. The only private family-owned piano manufacturer in China. Mr. Chen has his name on here, Hailun, and so very proud of their name. So striving to make the very best piano they can out of China. I really like the Hailun for several reasons. Evidently, lots of other people like them. They've been winning the Music Merchandise Review Award. They have won it several years in a row. They won again 2017 here. So that means they're putting out a very high quality instrument at a very reasonable price. Can be very competitive with other brands like Yamaha and Kawai, and hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands less. So I want to talk a little bit about the H1P and some of the features that make it more outstanding than the general run-of-the-mill pianos in this category. Now this is a 48-inch professional upright. I would say most of the teachers prefer their students use something about this size and up because of good dynamics, good tonal color, a good overall sound of the piano. A few key features I'd like to show out. The standard on the Hailun, of course, is the slow fall board, which is a very nice feature, which won't slam down on your fingers, which is a very nice feature to have. Good safety feature. They use mahogany hammer moldings for the hammers here, so lightweight material, but very durable, very strong. A little more expensive to use, but Hailun don't cut corners. They want good quality parts everywhere. The hammers they use here are Wurzen German felt, double grade A felt, cold pressed hammers. What that means to you is the fiber on the piano, being cold pressed, is very easy to manipulate to make the piano brighter, more mellow, what they call voicing on the piano. So by the cold press hammer, the fiber hasn't been compromised by heat, so it's very easy to fluff up and voice very easily. Some of the other key features you'll find in the Hailun, you'll have A-graphs. These make good perfect termination points for the piano here. You get a little overtone sometimes here, but mainly it also helps keep the strings in perfect alignment, I think, with the hammers and dampers, so they wear evenly. A couple of other features. This is called the mute rail that they have on the Hailun, and I'll show you on some of the other pianos shortly that on this one here is a new concept in working with these. They're very easy. Technicians love them because they just pop right out. Most of the other ones have a wing nut or some nut and bolt to hold it on. They don't have any reinforcements through here, just on the ends. So it's kind of floppy and wiggly. This is very stable, very durable, and very easy to take in and out. Piano tuners love that feature. And also you can, when you use that, basically you just push the middle pedal down, lock it over, and that brings the volume way down on the piano. So if you want to practice early in the morning, late in the evening, you don't have to hold back when you play. So then when you take it back off, you have a big full sound. And what adds to the beauty of the Hailun also is they use German Roslau strings. They're the finest strings you'll see in pretty much all the top-end high-performance pianos, mostly from Europe. Pretty much all use German Roslau. Beautiful strings. They sound great, play great, last a very long time. Usually have a very nice, sweet singing tone, and people just love those strings. A couple of other things that Hailun has. One of the problems you have sometimes with your piano is this front end panel that goes here. And I guess I could probably go ahead and put that back on there now real quick. But it goes on very easily. Before I put it on, I wanted to show you the reinforcement bar they put on the back of this. Most of the pianos, you won't find that on there. It costs a little more money. But what it does, it keeps the board here, because sometimes it's a thin piece of wood, can warp pretty easily. So by putting this bar back here, it doesn't allow this piece of wood to warp. So it always fits nice and snug on your piano. You don't get buzzing and rattling from the case of the piano because it fits very nicely on here. And the fasteners fasten very easily on there. Another thing they did to alleviate problems with the piano is they incorporated, like on this board here, they have a steel bar. This is called your key slip here. Now, over a long period of time, the key slip here can warp. It's a long piece of wood, thin wood, that can warp over a period of time. So by putting the steel bar on the back of this key slip, it doesn't allow the key slip to warp. So if it was to warp inward, sometimes you may have a sticky key like that because this is rubbing against it. You won't have that problem with the Hailun because they have that steel bar reinforcement. That'll never happen. So you don't have to worry about sticky keys in that respect. Another thing they've added, now remember, all of these things are little extra things they didn't have to put in. They just wanted to make it the best they can make for the money. Another thing is they added what they call a full perimeter plate. That goes all the way from this end, all the way over to this end, all the way up the side and over. So this gives much more stability to the piano. There's anywhere from 16, 18 tons of tension on the piano. So it needs all the support it can get. So this gives the piano much more support, having that full perimeter plate in there for the whole case of the piano and the soundboard. So that's just a few things. Also, this has a duplex scale design, which I probably can't show you, but mostly grand pianos use that, and that's going to be up in here in this area. And what that does is that gives the piano a good, perfect termination point. It also adds a little overtones, a little more sustain to the notes, things that the grand pianos use in them that you won't find in most upright pianos. So that's just a few key things that I personally like about the Hailun, that they've kind of gone above and beyond what they needed to have a good piano. I mean, it really has a good quality parts in it. Sound great. They play great. I'll just play a little bit to give you an idea of what they sound like. But the bass is real rich, powerful, and real bell tone up here. But I'll just play a little bit to give you an idea of what it sounds like. Real clean, real clear, fast. As fast as you can play it, it can keep up with you. So they're great to play. They sound great. Pretty much any genre of music you want to play will sound very good on the Hailun. The main thing I like about them, I would have to say, is kind of the bang for the buck, dollar for dollar value. Other pianos I have comparable to this, for the same money, are going to probably be 20 to 30 years older. You know, some of the other name brands I won't mention because we carry those also. But I would have to say this is one of my favorite pianos in the store of all the brands that we have, just because they are very good value, and they sound and play very good. They got the best warranty of any piano out there, 15-year parts and labor transferable warranty. So if you sell the piano 10 years down the road, the next owner still has a 5-year factory warranty, which makes it very sellable, more so than the other brands where it has no warranty. So thanks for listening, and we'll get back to you on another day.